And a good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the Jay Stein and the Stock Market Entertainment Show, a little post-market wrap-up. I was a little bit busy today because I have a life, a lot of stuff to do. No, but actually today I actually did have stuff to do. So I really wasn't able to keep up with what was going on, which lucky for me wasn't a lot. There wasn't a lot of price action or anything to buy as far as my screening process goes. So today was just kind of a non-buy day. We'll kind of break it down of what's still on my list and what's not on my list. So we'll start off just with the basics. The Dow ended up closing up $227, which is pretty freaking substantial. And in part, oil, of course, traded up 1.3%. The 10-year yield was at 1.607, and all that combined with the dollar being suppressed as well, that's what allowed for this market to really take off and run. In my opinion, I mean, it was the perfect setup in every way. So we'll kind of talk about some of the contributing factors with that, and also some of the winners and losers of the stock market today. So yeah, we'll get to that in just one quick second. All right, so let's get down to it. So, basically, of course, the normal chart, we've all seen it a million times. So let's break it on down. Some of the stuff that's been on my watch list for a while, we're going to pump them out to 6 months. So now we got Nikola right here. And actually, I'm just going to put it all on full screen so you can see it a little bit better. It's obviously been in a downward trend, and it fell apart the other day, last week, really, and I was on the fence with it and just was kind of not really. I'm more emotional about it, I guess. You could say. Plus, I mean, I want to see the shift, and the recent news they've come out with is pretty awesome. So, but unfortunately, it just doesn't look like it's time right now. So next up, let's go ahead and take a look at Advanced Micro, AMD. OMG, this thing is killing me. Okay, I should be a rapper. AMG, man, I can't see a reason or why this thing's killing on me. Yeah, I just made that up off the top of my mind. Screw trading stocks. I'm gonna be a gangster rapper. Anyways, look, guys, it closed 3.3% down. Okay? 3.3% down. After blowing out the earnings, after just, I mean, crushing it in the industry that they're in, I don't get it. And I understand, look, a lot of people, they don't watch this channel. My mom and then like a handful of other people who I greatly appreciate, by the way. But yeah, I've been talking about AMD going on the second week now. The technical setup was beautiful. The earnings were somewhat predictable. And of course, it ran up and then tanked, and now it's continuing to tank. And I, for the life of me, can't figure out why. Because again, they are pretty much best in. Like I said, if somebody could leave in the comments what's going on, that would be great. I just don't have any clue. I'm lost. Anyways, next up, let's go ahead and take a look at Coinbase. Coinbase. All right, so all right, let's just be real. All right, let's be honest with one another. I averaged into Coinbase. Anybody that's watched this channel before, I averaged into it, and Yeah, it's not been really good for me. I'll be really honest. However, it did kind of sort of make a turnaround today, I guess. Look at it from a month. No, it really didn't. It's running pretty flat, and again, that's it's kind of embarrassing. But we'll get back to that in a second when we start talking about some crypto, because we're going to talk about some crypto. Anyways, all right. Next up on the hit list is INCY. All right, guys, look, I've been talking about this. This has been the one that's been a funky setup on technical position, but the freaking balance sheet is on point. Well, guess what? These fools just announced that they're about to show, basically, INCY announces data on their RHE. Anybody that knows me knows I cannot pronounce these types of words, okay? So don't tell me I haven't, performed due diligence. I'm never going to know how to say that word right, okay? Patronize me with those remarks. And a cream that's a topic derm. All right, look, they've been developing some shit, and they're about to present it at the Society for Investigative Dermatology, which in the dermatology world is a big deal. Okay, so INCY announced, and they announced this today, May 3rd, 2021. INCY announced today that that multiple abstracts of its dermatology portfolio highlighting data of the ruxolitinib cream. It's a selective J1. Okay, you know what? Look, it's positive news. All right, I'm not going to read through this and pretend I know. If you're a freaking dermatologist or some type of, I don't know, medical professional that knows, leave a comment. All I know is INCY is a good freaking buy. Great numbers, great fundamentals. Everybody's got skin. We've all got skin. We're all dermatologic based, I guess. We're all like contained by our atomic. God, I'm just screwing this one up. Look, it's a good company. It's worth buying, in my opinion, in my entertainment level of entertainment. God, that was embarrassing. That really was. The only thing that's not embarrassing is I've been talking about it for like over a week, and now here it is. They're coming out with some good data, and more than likely, their stock's going to now start really picking up steam. So, bye-bye. And I can show you this if my mouse will work. And it did. All right, so let's just take a quick look-see-loo at the 6-month chart. Let's just go 6 months. We'll keep it relative. All right, so let's bring it up all the way. So you can see this joker, it peaked out, okay, whatever, and then it dropped down. They're a clinical stage bio, and then it's slowly been in an uptrend. And I'm sorry I don't use my actual charts on these presentations because it's too much. So I just go with the simple YouTube or Yahoo Finance. It's what everybody uses. It's the staple. It's easy to pay attention to. So sorry I can't go into more detail. But anyways, you can see it's basically in an upward trend. And right in here is where it started breaking some serious key levels, I guess you would say. There's certain technical setups that I look for that you can't see on this graph, but nonetheless, it's there. It's just, like I said, the way it's set up technically, it's really in like kind of no man's land. But with this announcement, I think this is very, very positive news on a stock that's poised to run anyways. All righty. Next up, let's take a look at Merck. People, Merck. Okay? They're manufacturing J&J's vaccine, okay? That's guaranteed revenue. Okay. They have partnerships with 5 other manufacturers in India to manufacture the J&J vaccine. Not to mention they're working on their own vaccine. Not to mention, even more so, they're working on an oral form of their vaccine. Okay. And I don't want to be part of this whole cohort of, anything COVID related must be amazing, because that's not always the truth. And we're going to get to one here in a second that really proves that point. So as you can say, Merck, it did run up almost 2% today. And we can look at it on the 6 month. Now, here's the deal. It tanked the other day. Otherwise, it was in a pretty good technical position. And once they really came out and went to really promote their oral type of vaccine, it still took a dump. Nevertheless, I still believe in it. And like I said, when you want to compare it to one of these little clinical stage bio companies, if we'll get to that in a minute. All right, look, Merck is out of my models per se, but at the same time, I still have it on my list, and it's still on my list. Definitely. I'm just going to wait a little bit to see where it settles before I decide to make a move or not to make a move. So that's where that is. Biotech, that's where it is. It's insulated. Their pipeline's wonderful. And I think that even if somebody beats them to their current pipeline of an oral form of a vaccine, that they'll be able to buy them out and go ahead and manufacture and develop it due to their capabilities and infrastructure as it is. So anyways, all right. So with that said, I think that covers all the ones that I wanted to cover. Now let's get into the speculative ones. Let's get into the Reddit ones. All right. Ready, set, VXRT. Oh my God. Who would have thought? Down 25%. Holy crap. I can't believe that happened. Oh, what have I been saying about it? I don't know. Hey, this looks like it might be a pump and dump. Reddit type style. Okay. Wow. Okay. So we have it on a year-to-date chart. Blah, 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 blah. Ooh. And then it went down a little bit. And then, oh my God, it took a blue pill and got way up. And then the blue pill wore off and it went way down. Okay. This is what we call a pump and dump in the stock market. In the bedroom with the blue pill, it'll be called something else. I'll refrain from the exact verbiage. And it actually has verbs and nouns if you're talking about the blue pill running out of steam in the bed. Anyways, so then it ran flat, whatever, again, downward. And then all of a sudden, they're the saviors. They're the ones that have got the oral form vaccine of, the century, and whatever. Anyways, sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second because I started thinking about a blue pill. Anyways, so that's that. I hope you were able to pull your money out of that because that's what happens with pump and dumps. Next up, RHE, okay, Regional Health Properties. I cannot stress to you how much this is a pump and dump. I did a little bit, of course I did a little research into it. I always do a little bit of research into it. This is a regional old folks home chain. Okay? They're a chain, like a franchise of old folks homes. Now I get it. People get old. There's generally a demand, for old people to live. They need some assistance, some nursing assistance, budgeting, things of that nature. But for it to run 96% in one day, not to mention what it ran yesterday, on no catalyst, there's no reason. Unless I am just really ignorant and have no clue, and there's something major, like they not even went national, they have gone global. They got facilities opening up in freaking, Microasia. They got a facility they're opening up in freaking Greenland. They're doing it like that. Regional health properties. Yeah. Full-fledged luxury facility community in Greenland. All over the world. But no, they're freaking regional health community providers. So yeah, make your money, do whatever you want. I don't care. Okay, make your money. That's all I can say. Have an exit strategy. Make your money, unless you know something that is, whatever. But good luck with that. I get so worked up. I lose my breath. My goodness. All right, next up, we got Kathy Woods, my main girl. I love Kathy Woods. I truly do. ARRK Innovations Fund, ARRK. All right, here's the deal, guys. Look, her style of setting up ETFs is not necessarily ETFs that are meant to be traded. However, she freaking builds badass ETFs that people end up trading. So the Innovation Fund is the most popular. And it started dipping below a couple key levels, which to me presents a buying opportunity. Although of the ARRK funds, that's not the one I want. It's not the one that I trade. Although I don't like to name drop my portfolios, PRNT, print. It's a 3D printing ETF. Now, 2 years ago, 3D printing was starting to be utilized in a more commercial fashion. However, once COVID hit, put the kibosh on that. Kind of slowed it down a little bit. And here we are now. They're literally 3D printing houses, communities, not to mention aerospace components, automotive components. So you want to tell me, okay, ARRK investment, sure. You can buy it. Okay, yeah, it might go down, and it's probably going to go back up. Kathy Woods she's a great fund manager, but PRNT 3D, well, I've made money on it already. Now I'm not in it. God, I don't even know if I can legally say that. It's one that I like to be in, and I've been in and out of it. I'll put it to you that way. Because 3D printing is the wave of the future, in my opinion, which is all that is. This is an entertainment show, so I hope you find yourself entertained by my wacky antics of my perception of the future of 3D printing. So it's static right now. It started running sideways. So of the ARRK funds, the long-term positions, I would prefer, if it was my portfolio, to go with PRNT. And if you want to trade an ETF, I think ARRK, ARRK Innovation Funds, would be at a pretty decent buy point. It's a little bit weird, given that the market was up so high today, that this one would have been down so far. 3% is not that bad, but nonetheless, and she also did buy a bunch of Coinbase, which was pretty sweet. A little vote of confidence on her behalf to me, and making me feel just a little better, all in all. Okay, so ISNS, I want to make sure I say that right. Dude, these are the ones I told you yesterday. Okay, first off, they were up another 73%, and it's freaking justified, all right? If you were in the know and knew about this company, you're making a ton of money. And here's the thing. I'm being real careful on how I word these things, because I'm not in this stock, and this is an entertainment show, not stock advisement, not advising you. This company, they do traffic monitoring. So they monitor traffic flows and I guess help to monetize, or not monetize, optimize travel, patterns and highways and stoplights, whatever. Anyway, so we have Joe Biden's infrastructure plan. Okay, that gives them access to buku funding. Secondly, we have self-driving cars that are becoming more and more prevalent, which means they're AI. The cars are AI. Now, when you couple that with a highway system and road system that's also controlled by AI, and you could actually do it on a blockchain. But anyway, so when you commingle all that, this stock has so much potential. And I can see this stock over the next couple years going insane. As self-driving cars come on, and what these guys do in terms of traffic monitoring and so on and so forth, I just think it's going to be really good. They've got a lot of room, and they're going to have a lot of access to capital to also innovate. And I want to say, I might be missing something that they set up. You know what? I forgot. They set up under a new umbrella company, and I completely forgot to pull that up on my review right now. So, yeah. Basically, they've got some restructuring going on. And you know what? We've talked about that. We've talked about that enough. Let's see here. We've actually, there's somebody in here. Turn the comments on. Wow. Somebody's watching. Hello. Hi. How are you? Anyways. Okay. So, as far as high flying stocks, ISNS, totally worth it. I don't know that I would buy it quite right here, but I think it's a great justifiable run. It's not a stupid Reddit stock or whatever you want to call it. All right, and next up we have BTX, another high flyer, 57.63%. Okay, look, these guys figured out freaking gene manipulation. Okay, like these are the people now that can go in and engineer your babies, gene therapy type situations. They can do all kinds of stuff. It's an mRNA type technique where they can go in and alter different strands of the DNA, so on and so forth. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to sit here and try to act like I can explain it all. But look, they can alter DNA. They can alter your genes. So hey, if you want to go and I don't know, you don't like the way your thumbs look, you want to go pimp your eye and get your thumbs fixed. You go to them and they switch your DNA around, and then your thumb grows in a different way that I don't know. There's who knows. Anyways, okay, guys, real quick before we get to wrapping it up. Let's look at some Bitcoin. Actually, we're not going to look at it, but we're going to talk about it. So, crypto took off. Okay, crypto took off, and our gains are getting back to where they were not long ago, which makes me a happy man. So a happy man. But crypto's freaking volatile. If anybody is in it, anybody that's not asleep knows that crypto's volatile. And if you sold off all your stuff last week, that's your fault. Okay. Because I believe, and this is of popular culture or popular consensus, whatever you want to call that. The general belief amongst crypto traders is that this is going to continue in an upward trend. Okay, so Bitcoin's going to continue going up, but it's really, really volatile, and it makes people scared. Luckily for me, okay, I did two things this weekend. On Friday, at the end of the day, I bought more. I spread out some more in my S&P portfolio, And then over the weekend, I bought some more of an altcoin that I like to buy and stack up. And luckily it paid off, and that was good for me. And I believe that the next leg up, of course, is going to break through and it's going to make a new high. But my goal and what I want to see happen with the cryptos, once Bitcoin hits around 100,000, that's when I'm expecting that volatility to start leveling off a little bit, to where we don't see these crazy, volatile moves. Basically, once the big time, companies, the BlackRocks and the Teslas, and the rumors still floating around that Facebook is either going to buy some or not. I don't know. That rumor's been going around for a few days now, so I might just let that one go. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm excited. Maybe tomorrow. Well, let's see what it does tomorrow. It's usually the first thing I check after I have my cup of coffee. I don't like to check anything before my coffee, because if it's bad news and I haven't had my coffee yet, I'm really pissed. So, anyways, guys, that is all I have. I hope everybody made tons of money today. I'm glad I did. And yeah, I will check back in with you if anything of any importance comes out. Otherwise, I'll check you guys first thing in the morning. All right, guys, much love. Peace.